That is a 0.
Is this the best barbecue in Andy's backyard?
Prince of the Bear here. We're in Hollywood Studios today because it's time to return to the rodeo.
The menu has changed. It's an anniversary here. So let's just enjoy Andy's backyard.
So let's round this up. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go get some barbecue.
Be sure to eat up.
You heard the girl.
This is the Snake Eye Margarita. It's got like a mild spice to it. I would give it like a 0.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's just there. It's okay. I would give it like a 2 out of 5 beverages. It's not my jam, really. I don't like it.
We have the Snake Eye Margarita. I guess if they can't put a snake in your boot, they're going to put a snake in your drink. And I'm assuming the snake is a watermelon because that's what I feel I was tricked by.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. There are some peppers in the margarita. I would give it like a 1.5 out of 10 on the spice scale. Not very spicy, more like spicy sweet. And then you have the cool cucumber to sort of cool it off, so it's the bite, but it's mellow. I would give it 3 out of 5 claws. It's got watermelon in it. It's probably why it's so low. But you don't come here for the drinks. You come here to walk out feeling you're getting your money's worth. The drinks are all you can enjoy, and honestly, that's probably a good thing.
The Rum Rattler Punch. Oh, this is much better than my margarita. This tastes like a candy. I like this a lot. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 beverages. It's not as good as anything you get like out there. Like Woody's Lunchbox is definitely a better drink, but it's good for here if you want like a sugar bomb.
So here we have a Rum Rattler Punch. I don't know what's with them in snake-themed beverages. Also no steak in this one. I think we're good. Ooh, punchy, sweet. That's their passion fruit. And then we get a chili spice around. Much better. Still not gonna bite you. Might snap you back with a sugar rush, but otherwise, Slinky would approve. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 claws.
Here we go. Bear's favorite fruit. I don't even know why I just picked it up with the tongue when I'm gonna put it on the plate and then grab the fork with the same one. I should have just used my fork. Whatever. The watermelon is not garden grill breakfast fresh, like it's not from Living with the Land, but it is very tasty. The last time we had it, it was like a little more basil-y. This time it's not. It's just very just plain watermelon, and I wish that it had more seasonings to it so that it was just, I don't know, a little more herbaceous, maybe a little more like acidic to it. I give it like a 2 out of 5 watermelons. It doesn't smash.
I'm convinced at this point that every time I eat watermelon on this channel, each one of you watching me suffer owes me at least 1 like and 1 comment. I absolutely despise watermelon in all its forms. I will tolerate it in alcohol, but other than that, it is a waste of fruit. I have to remember that I'm not outside. I can just spit it back up on the table. It's just like watermelon flavored styrofoam. It's just like, why would I put this in my mouth? Why does anybody enjoy that? There is mint like at the very bottom. Not as much as I think it was the first time we came here when it first opened. I would say the quality of the watermelon salad has gone down, but it's watermelon. But to me, it was already in the toilet. 1.5 out of 5 claws. That's not my jam. Your mileage may vary.
Here we have a beautiful cucumber salad with tomatoes and pickled onions. I'm trying to get it all. Put it all on the plate here. I'm getting me a nice helping. Oops. Alright, here we go. Cucumber and pickle and tomato. Cheers. It's as good as something that you would get at Polite Pig. It is so fabulous. Not too like salty, not too peppery, not too vinegary. Just cucumber salad. I love the onions. I love the tomatoes. There's really nothing wrong with this at all. I have no notes. I will give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessity's item. I'm glad that we already ordered the second helping of it because it is that good.
If you're wondering the main difference you've seen between an all carry enjoy like Roundup Rodeo and say like Whispering Canyon is that one, they bring out the portions in a much smaller amount. It's still all you care to enjoy, but it's much more like quick service all you care to enjoy. Small portions brought out as quickly or as slowly as you like. This message is for all the kids out there in the community. Make sure your parents eat their vegetables. They're the only ones that's going to make them. If your parents eat their vegetables, tell them they can't have any more adult drinks. You tell them that Bear told them that. I'm going to eat my greens so I can have more adult drinks. The head of dill, the acidity of the pickled cucumber with the tomato, I like it. It's a good salad. 3.5 out of 5 claws. Here we have the infamous Cheddar Biscuits. Cheddar Biscuits all across the land are how Americans fight their enemies. When you find somebody you don't like, you make them choke on one of these. We get a nice little dipping sauce. And then they do have a vegan option for bread, but it's the same vegan gluten-free rolls that we hate and despise so much. So there's really no point in having the princess suffer that again. Cheddar Biscuits for everyone. We got our cheddar biscuits with a pepper jam dipping along with it. For the 1-year anniversary of this restaurant, Disney did release the recipe, both the jam and the biscuits, on their blog site. So if you wanted to make these at home, it's really not that hard. Directions aren't that long. The jam is a lot. The biscuits are super easy. I would give it 4.5 out of 5 claws. It's a moist biscuit, and actually one that probably wouldn't hurt your enemies that much.
Well, partners, this here train's reached its final destination. Molly, you're gonna bust up the place then. Come on there, little lady.
Well done, cowboys!
Here we have the beautiful bratwurst. Now I'm going to put some of this sweet sauce on it because that was my favorite last time we came here. And there is no such thing as like too much sauce. Cheers. All the sauce bosses. That made it taste like a sweet, smoky, tangy hot dog. And I really love that. Gosh, I miss this place. I miss this sauce. This was my favorite. I'm gonna give that a 4.75 out of 5 bratwurst. We've been eating a lot of brats lately, and now I wish that I had included this in our hot dog challenge when we went to Disney, Portillo's, and Universal, because I think this is better than Summerfest or BB Wolves. This would definitely be a good contender against Mel's and Portillo's.
You always got to wonder at the barbecue places, are the sauces here to cover up the flavor of the food because they don't have faith in it? Or is it just a nice addition? I like the way they cut up the brats here and make them nice and bite-sized, rip at the table. They really, though, need to start adjusting the size of the platters according to the number of people that eat them. Depending on when you like a mixed diet table, it's a lot of like imbalance and like they're doing a lot of running for no reason. They need to work on that piece. You run into a lot of places that can't cook beyond sausages, bratwurst, anything. They try to cook it like traditional meat, and it takes longer because it's denser. This, perfectly cooked. Then you dry it out, and it's in a nice cook all the way through. It's feeling like a nice sausage link. Beyond sausages doesn't take up sauce very well. It just kind of sits on top, doesn't really add anything to it. It's a nice sweet touch. But you really can't erase that Beyond flavor. Hopefully with Beyond's new recipe, Beyond version 4 that's coming out, they'll reinvent the sausages as well. But we shall see. Until then, it's 2.5 out of 5 plus.
I've been dreaming about this beautiful morsel ever since I had it a year ago. I've missed it, and I can't wait to have it again. Cheers to an ear at Roundup Rodeo. It still reminds me of the Kefta from Docking Bay 7 with a little bit of like extra spiciness to it. I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5, or I would say it was a 3.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. But I still really love it, and I'm gonna eat so many sugarcane bones. I'm gonna be getting extras of these. I give it a 4 out of 5 Impossibles. There's very few Impossible items that I absolutely love at Disney, and this is one of them.
The good old Impossible rib chop. It is vegan meat on a vegan bone. That's not actual bone, it's just sugar cane, Impossible meat formed like a little chop on a stick. I'm not gonna find a mini plant-based alt meats on a stick. This is unique and still one of the best ones you're gonna be able to find on Walt Disney World property. Sauce very well. Like if you've never had any sort of alt meat, be it Beyond or Impossible, even if you're not vegan, you're coming to Roundup Rodeo, this is the time to order it and try it. It's not costing you anything extra. You can order that even if you're not vegan. You can order the plant-based items and give it a try. You can see the difference between how Beyond tastes and how Impossible tastes. And Impossible soaks up the flavors and the spices so much more. Each Impossible thing that you eat is so unique to how it was flavored. It's literally like night and day. Like Andy and Sid. I would say Beyond is Sid. The rib chop is Andy. I don't make the food, I just eat it. 4.5 out of 5 claws.
Now this was my favorite thing the last time that we came here. It doesn't look as crunchy and like breadcrumbed as it did before, but I'm still really excited. I've been dreaming about this cauliflower for a while. Cheers. It's still good. It's like a slightly elevated version of what you can get at Polite Pig. I'm here for it. I really like it. I don't know. I'm kind of Polite Pig biased because they put like the little like crunchies on it. And this is supposed to be breaded more, but it's not as much and doesn't have little crunchies on it, little seeds. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to give it like a 4 out of 5 cauliflower. It's good, but it's not as good as it was the last time that I had it. I think the rib is going to be my favorite this time.
Always here to give you a plant-based show. The roasted cauliflower here. We need more non-alt meat plant-based entrees. This is the last of the entrees. No. Such a bunch of wasted sauce. I give you like the toughest part of the cauliflower. They got some of the root on there. I'll eat any part of the cauliflower, but that can be tough to cut for a lot of people. The sauce is just as amazing as always. I feel like the cauliflower itself could have been roasted a little bit longer. Maybe it's set under heat lamp because it's got no crisp to it. It's just soft cauliflower. It's not given the same texture-wise that it was before. I think in some of that, it loses some of the enjoyment. I give that 3.5 out of 5 claws. Honestly, I would prefer just the whole plate of the rib chops at this point.
These are the baked beans. It's the same for vegans and non-vegans. They have jackfruit in them, and I'm here for that. I always love a good jackfruit dish. Last time I had these, I wasn't a huge fan, but let's see. Cheers. It's giving me hoopty baked beans meets Regal Eagle jackfruit, and I'm here for it. This is much better than the last time that we had it. I would say it's a 5 out of 5. It's a Princess's item. Every person at your table needs their own personal bowl of these baked beans. I'm just putting that out there now.
Baked beans, Andy's backyard style, filled with the jackfruit. Baked beans, jackfruit. That is a match made in heaven. If they get the jackfruit flavor right, and it's not just sitting on top of the beans, you have a winner here. Nice and piping hot. I think I have the same problem I had with these last year. They have a shredded jackfruit, but they still have some cubes in there. And the cubes, because they haven't cooked them with everything else, so they're so dense, don't soak with much of the flavor. So you get like cooked jackfruit, but it doesn't have barbecue jackfruit flavor on the inside. It needs to be shredded evenly to get that good flavor. As far as the beans go, they're barbecue baked beans, and they're vegan. Are they gonna have any complaints? I would give that 4 out of 5 claws.
Here we have this slaw. This slaw reminds me of Regal Eagle or what Flame Tree strives to be with their burnt ends. Cheers to the slaw. It's crunchy, it's fresh. It could use some pepper and some barbecue sauce. Once you add those things to it, it'll be fire. As is, I would give it like a 2.5 out of 5 coleslaws, but it definitely has the potential to be like a 4.
We have slaw, and I'm a slaw lover, a slaw connoisseur, but I'm very picky about my slaw. I don't want it covered in mayo. I don't want it too pickled, but pickled enough. You gotta do it right. And if the crunch isn't there, I'm gonna be upset. That is on the right to the train tracks. I don't have to put Eiger in front of the train. That tastes delicious. Nice little pepper to it, not too soggy. It's good. You could even put some sauce on it. Spicy sauce, I recommend. I would give it 4 out of 5 plus. It's a good slaw.
Here we have the potato barrels, or tots, whatever you want to call them. And in honor of the very spicy first year that Roundup Rodeo has had, adding, subtracting things, the giant pens going away, all these things coming and going, we're going to make it spicy. So let's do a spicy tot in honor of the first year of Roundup Rodeo. Cheers. I don't taste spicy at all. Like 1 out of 10 on the heat scale. Or sweet. I don't know. The tots are amazing, but this is probably the spice is as sad as the first year of this restaurant opening. I will give it a 4 out of 5 tots. It's really tasty and perfectly cooked. It's just, no, not spicy, which is not the top's fault. It's just the sauce fault.
I'm going to take the most seasoned tot of the bunch. I'm going to take a little bit of spicy sauce. Now, my problem is always going to be, if you put the label spicy on something, it had better actually be spicy, or you're going to catch some of that smoke. That is about the spiciest Florida fall. That is a 0 out of 10 on the spice scale. That's not even worthy of like warming my toes in the wintertime. The tots are fine. Well cooked, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, we expect. The seasoning could be a little bit more evenly distributed, but I feel like they're the same quality they were last year. 3 out of 5 plus.
Hold your horses there, Bullseye. Time for a drink at the water hole. Sprinkler, all right. It's Wild West Rodeo time. Mom, have you seen my swimsuit? Yeah.
Well done, cowpokes.
We have the corn on the cob. They gave me this whole bowl to myself. The corn on the cob is not vegan. It is vegetarian, but it is covered in cheese, nice and roasted. This is a very nice sweet corn. Honestly, the corn from Epcot's Flower and Garden wishes it was this. It's that delicious, that crunchy, that roasted. The crumbs on top, combined with the cheese. That is delicious. I would easily eat this whole thing by myself if I didn't have a whole other plate of food to eat. This is 4.75 out of 5 paws. It's good. Maybe if it was a little bit more roasted, it'd probably be perfect. The bowl of mac and cheese, little crumbles on top. It's giving me garden grill vibes, but let's see how it compares to what I consider to be the best mac and cheese on property, which I have misquoted in the past, but in fact the best macaroni and cheese on property, even though I can usually only have like a single bite, is the cheese at Pioneer Hall's Hoopty-Doo Review at Fort Wilderness Campground. That is the best mac and cheese on property. We'll see if this even belongs in the same tent. Your kids will love it. It's Kraft mac and cheese with goldfish. Something about putting like actual cheese, and yes, you do have goldfish made of real cheese. The taste of goldfish and cheese are like Fiji and the Caribbean. Are they tropical islands? Yes. Are they the same? No. The difference between the goldfish and the cheese just is a little off-putting at times, but your children will devour that. Let them have all of that. Me, If this was in the tent with the hoopy mac and cheese, I'd be tossing this out of the tent. 2.5 out of 5 claws. Alright, I am doing this as a sauceless bear run because I want to see how good this food actually is. The sauces are the sauces, but if the meat's bad, the meat's bad. We're going to start with the ribs because at every chance I get, I got to stick it to ABC commissary because if Woody's Roundup, well, not Woody's Roundup, but Roundup Rodeo can do it, anybody can do it. It came right off the bone. It didn't chew like bubblegum. Nice crisp skin, well-cooked center. The flavoring's good, it's seasoned. Nice little glaze to it. That's a good rib, ABC commissary. I will be throwing shade at you until the end of time. Because restaurant, it's not even 100 yards away, does it better than you do.
They don't even serve ribs anymore.
And I still haven't forgiven them. The ribs are a 3.75 out of 5 claws. They're not going to win any awards, but it's the best barbecue you're going to find Parkside, that's for sure. Next up we have the roast chicken. Ignore the amount of meat on this plate. This is the family size portion. They do not adjust the portion size just because it's just me here eating it and there's absolutely no way in the world I'm able to finish all this meat. I'm not going to attempt to, but I am trying what I can for you guys. We have roasted chicken. Be it a leg or a wing, chicken is chicken. And I love me some good chicken. That's a cooked chicken. I lightly touched it with my bear-sized teeth and it fell off the bone, as it should. Well seasoned, juicy, nice flavor on the outside. That is good chicken. At least they're doing chicken well. Give the chicken 4 out of 5 claws. So we have the sausage pinwheel. If you have not seen this, it is because it's usually hiding under all the rest of your meats. They're like buried under everything else. But you do get one of these to share with the family. I'm just going to take a bite out of the crispiest looking part because all the best things are shaped like bratwurst. You know, I'm not usually a sausage person. It's got a good flavor to it, a good cook. Perfect amount of char on it, and not extremely greasy. Grilled sausage for me is definitely the way to go. Honestly, I could see fighting my family over that pinwheel. Not this family. This family eats vegan, but the other family, my meat-eating family, you guys out there in comment land, I'd fight most of you for that. Shirtless, in the rain. Some sort of like weird battle music. Maybe Be Prepared from Lion King? Yeah, that works. 3.75 out of 5 claws. Last up we have these slices of beef. All rendered and cooked. And a nice color to it. I like the color on the edges. I'm not the biggest beef connoisseur, but I'm doing this for you guys. The meat eaters. It's got a nice flavor, nice and tender, falls apart. I don't think you'd be mad. This is where the sauce is going. If anything on this plate needs sauce, it's probably the beef. But beef in a barbecue joint and sauce are like Florida summers and love bugs. So, I'll give this 3.5 out of 5 claws. I think the quality of the meat has at least retained where it's been since the last time I don't think it's improved. But I think it's maintained. And I'm okay with that.
Mom, have you seen my cowboy belt buckle? I can't find it. Never mind. Yeehaw! It's rodeo time.
Well done, Chow.
It's a Mickey. Mulicious. Mulicious Mickey. I mean, I guess we gotta try. Last time we came here, I think we tried all the drinks, but this is my last drink here. So I wanted to try extra drinks just so we can get accurate comparison. It's no Jimmy drink. It's definitely like heavy on the ginger beer. I don't think I would order this again. I would give it like a 1 out of 5 mules. Definitely not delicious.
This has got Mickey ears, right? Everything's made better with Mickey ears. I mean, look at me with Mickey ears. Instant improvement. That's why I never wear them. Ooh. Might as well just be gingerbread on ice. What else is in there? Well, I taste is gingerbread. Like grated ginger and soda water. Look. So 1 out of 5 claws. That is not a jam. Like I said, you don't come here with drinks.
Our returning friend, the peach strawberry pie, as a little baby sampler, which I guess is fine after a large meal like this. Cheers. It definitely tastes like pie. I'm into it. I would give it a 4 out of 5. It's a perfect end of day option. I don't even want to share this with Bear. It's so good.
Peach strawberry cobbler in a jar. I don't know, it's with desserts nowadays being served in jars. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. At least this one's like wide mouth so I can actually get to it. This sounds like a delectable delight of delicious things. Desserts here are like the perfect size. The rich punch that everybody wants for dessert, but like not too much where I'm like, I'm gonna rot my teeth. This is amazing. Just because it's plant-based, don't be afraid. This is a good dish. 4.75 out of 5 points. Here we have the the apple pie in a jar. Not a warm apple pie, get your minds out of the gutter, but a nice apple pie. I got the chocolate one the last time. I decided to do something a little different. Plenty of cream on top, plenty of crumble, apples in there. You could almost fool me to believe that was homemade. That like sugary cinnamon crumble on top, the spiced apples, the whipped cream. Perfect amount of apple pie. I can't handle a lot of apple pie. Usually 1 or 2 bites and I'm done.
Yeah.
If I finish this, it'll be a marathon. I give it 4.5 out of 5 claws. The desserts here, they round up. Whole rodeo, we didn't even get tongue-tied.
I want to say the food is just as good, even though it's reduced from what it was last time. I am full and I'm feeling great.
Feeling great, feeling good. Feeling good, how are you?
How are you?
Exactly.
I
Roundup
just
Rodeo
wanna know.
is still one of the best places you can come here in Hollywood Studios. The food is consistently average to above average. The service is always amazing.
I got my book signed. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get any back of house people, but I got plenty of front of house people. And I want to shout out to Yurza from Venezuela. She is the magic. She's amazing. I really appreciate every cast member that signs this book and takes the time to just be amazing. If it wasn't for the cast members, we wouldn't have this. We wouldn't have any of this.
We want to know what you guys think of Roundup Rodeo and the cast members. Always want to hear what you think about the cast members. It's been a year since this restaurant is open. Have you visited in this year? If you have or have not, let us know why or why not in the comments below. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear won't let me take the book out anymore. And then what are we gonna do?
I have no control over that, but you heard the girl.
You a nice, big Andy's backyard welcome.